Hello people YouTube, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to, this is going to be a video on my warranty replacements. Now you may or may not know, if you follow my channel you probably know that I had a little issue with my original Comet Ultimate II. Now you may already notice that there's a slight difference here. But basically my original Mavic Comete Ultimate II had a little bit of an issue. Now I don't know if it was caused by me or whether it was caused by a slight defect or something, but there was the top corner of the shoe had a little bit of I would say almost like a crack. Now I went directly to Mavic. Kind of going forward a little bit, I could have went to Sigma where I bought the shoe and got a warranty replacement through them, but I sort of just went straight to Mavic. Now, what basically proceeded after that, and by the way, Mavic were fantastic from beginning to end. Very quick to respond to emails, always on point. The conversation never really went back. You know, sometimes you might email somebody and they might come back and say, and you might have to go over some of the issues in the past, and there's a lot of kind of to and fro. Mavic have been absolutely phenomenal from the start, from the very beginning to getting the shoes and getting the warranty kicked off. But what happened was, kind of try and condense this story down. I think I said it on my vlog on Saturday. But basically what happened was, the warranties were, I think they were meant to ship on, I believe it was August, early August. It got into September and I basically emailed them, just say, look, you know, just a quick heads up, is I take it there's been a delay, blah blah blah, what's happening. And basically probably a combination of like COVID-19 and Brexit happening was a bit of a cluster, you know what, and it just caused a lot of issues, and just a basic delay in getting the warranty replacement sent out. Now, basically, I came up with the idea a couple of weeks back, and I thought about it. I said, you know, that's actually quite plausible. So I emailed Mavic. It would have been probably, I'm trying to think, maybe two weeks ago or so. I emailed them to say that the place where I bought the shoes, Sigma Sports in the UK, had the shoe in stock, the one that I bought. They still had it in stock in my size. They also had this one in stock in my size. This was the only one they had left. In fact, this is the only one they had of this shoe anywhere. Now, basically, Mavic came back probably about a week later, because obviously they had to go through the finance department and see if this was even going to be possible. So basically they gave me like a credit on Sigma Sports so I could get my replacements. So again, long story short, I went to Sigma Warranties, gave them an email, and basically within that day, within a couple of hours, back and forth emails here and there, blah blah blah, got my Ultimate 2s on my order. But I actually came back and said if I could change to these shoes. Now these, you probably know right away that these are not the Ultimate 2s because the box is bigger. Basically these are the very first generation Comet Ultimates. Now my original shoe was actually £650 retail. I only paid, I only paid £315, which is it's a lot of money to buy a shoe. But basically, when I bought these shoes, I was going to be paying, my estimate was £200 to £300 roughly, in that ballpark. They had to have, one of the factors was have the BOA dial, or I don't know, that's obviously a branded name. I think it's Specialized that do the BOA dial. But I just wanted a closed fixture, sort of ratchet style closure. and basically just anything in between. And I came up with the Mavic Comete Ultimate IIs, and they're an absolutely fantastic shoe. Just super stiff. I mean, you really do notice a difference when you come off a ride. You're not as fatigued because you're not burning as much energy. So basically, I actually asked if I could get these. Now, these are probably actually quite rare. I mean, I don't know how rare, but they did make these in the clear carbon. It's got like a gloss coating on it. These are actually, if we get to the side here, we've got the Mavic service course here. And if you look here, yellow Mavic, it's Comete Ultimate Limited Edition. I have got incredibly small feet. As you can see there, 6.5 to 7. I would say they're more leaning towards the size 7s. So my Comete Ultimates were size 7s. So here we go. Let's just open this up. So right off the bat, let's get rid of the box. There's the box. Quite a big box. So there we go. And right away you see that they are, you can see here, got a little name tag here. Then you've got a little carry handle. So these are the first edition of the Mavic Comets. Quite an iconic shoe. Quite expensive. Now, I only paid £25 on top of what I paid for my original shoe, which I thought I mean, that was like a year ago that I purchased the Ultimate 2s. So I think over that year, 25 quid is really not that much. And I'm getting a shoe, technically, if you can believe it, was €1,000, or in probably Great Britain, pounds, it was £900. So quite an expensive shoe. Now let's just get it opened here. So we've got a little zip feature here. Now, these are different from the Ultimate 2s because they actually come with this nice sort of, I don't want to say neoprene, but it's like a sort of, I don't know, quite a nice bag actually. In the top part here, we'll go over the top part. You've actually got a cleaning cloth here, and it actually comes with, I'll take one out, it comes with these, which are Mavic shoe covers. I think this is actually a reflective material, and they're actually quite nice. They're really, when you put them on the shoe, they're quite conforming to the legs. So you've actually got, I think you've got like almost like a little gripper style in here. Zip up the back, you've got the Mavic detail at the back here. But just a very nice little overshoe for them, and they just rest in here in the top part of the shoe box. Excuse me. And as I say, you've got your cleaning cloth there. So these are the shoes. Now I'll take the shoes out because you get, these are obviously the these are your little tri-plate that goes in the shoe inside that fits your cleat on, and you get some a pamphlet here ready to ride. Get some basic starts and stuff, which is quite nice. There's all the stuff you get in the box, which is quite good. You also get these. These are a thicker sole. At the moment I've got the thinner ones in. I'll probably actually see if these maybe make a little bit of a difference, but I need to maybe test them first. You didn't get these with the Mavic Ultimate 2s. I don't know what that is. It's not really, it's probably just a little bit of, I probably stood in something. But these are just little insoles, but you get a thin and a thick. It's almost like a thick cut bacon, a rasher of bacon. But I've got the thinner ones in, so what I'll do is I'll put these back in actually. So these are the shoes. Now the shoes themselves come with these little bags, which is actually the same bags that's on the original shoe. So I'll take this one out. I'll get this kind of up here. So here we go. The pulley system's slightly different on these. They've probably refined the detail on them, but essentially it's the same bag. And let's get the bag open and get the shoe. And here we go, the moment of truth. Oh, hello, kitty. This is Sora. What are you saying, Sora? Yeah, she's moving about. So here we go, and right off the bat, yeah, absolutely phenomenal. I've actually had these open. I was going to do an unboxing, like a complete, like, cold unboxing, but I couldn't wait to get them open. You see the sole there. They're just the same as the Ultimate 2s. The biggest difference with these ones, it has this yellow, it's probably like an epoxy, I'd imagine. And the Mavic detail in here is raw carbon. I don't know if you can actually see that. But it just, I don't know what it is. It's probably the same weight as my original shoes, but they just feel, they feel lighter. I don't know why. There's slightly different detailing. The inserts here are different on the first generation. You've got like 4 inserts, which I personally, I think it looks actually better. You've got a little bit of an insertion here at the toe box, and then you've got slightly biggest, and then the heel one. Little cutouts. I just feel that they're more, like in the second generation, they're more sort of, I don't know. I think it looks better in this kind of fashion. It's got the same boa dials. These boa dials actually feel slightly different. They feel a little bit more, I'm going to say nicer. I don't know. There's a lot of things in this that are just nice. It's quite the same little heel pad there, or sort of edge pad. The back of the shoe there, you've got the Mavic service course. I just think the yellow Mavic colour is just legendary. This part here is also slightly different. On the second generation, it's almost like it's like a matrix weave, I think they call it, or some. This is more kind of leather. Again, you've got the little ventilation part just up here, and then you get these parts as well, and the kind of leather and the heel one. There's probably a little bit of, say, dirt. But yeah, really nice. This sock is quite nice. The toe box as well is slightly different. The second generation just goes straight across here, where this has got a little flute, a little cut here, which is, again, I think as far as detailing goes, it's actually quite nice. These unclip, and you just basically, you just haul these out, like so. Okay, could probably do that easier. So, there's the booty. Booties. Again, I actually quite like the style of these booties. I think I've actually still got my original booties, the black ones. They'll fit in these shoes. The bottom's a little bit different on these ones. It's a bit more sort of like a felt, kind of almost like a flocky felt types element to it. With the second ones, I've got more of a kind of, it's almost like a rubber. But I quite like the sort of mesh element, and I quite like this heel. When you've got it on, it's like a see-through mesh, and you've got these pull tabs to put the shoe on. It is quite a tight shoe to get on. It's I find that it can be quite tight to get into the shoe. I usually take this out, put this on my foot, and then put my foot into this part. So this is basically the carbon exoskeletal part of the shoe, and it's essentially, it's just the same as the second generation. Slight differences, obviously. I mean, the colour for one, but this part here is the same. Like the sole part is pretty much the same. This part's different. The finish is totally different. This has got a gloss, probably an epoxy covering, I think. So my shoes filled up this part. For some reason, across this part here, had just, I say, delaminated of some sort, but it just got caught and it was just cracked. Don't know why, don't know how. But just an absolutely gorgeous shoe. I think the thing that I really like, and the reason I wanted to get these shoes, for me personally, I just think they look, really, really nice. I don't own, like, a lot of my cycling equipment is quite bland. But this shoe's quite in your face, it's quite loud, it's quite, you know, I can be seen, which is not a bad thing, to be honest. If you're on a bike, let's be honest here, it's nice to be visible. But just, I just think it's, and it fits absolutely fantastic. I need to get cleats for it, so I'll probably need to buy some new cleats. I don't think there's anyone in the town that I can actually go and get them. I need to go to Halfords, which is a bit out of the way, but I wouldn't mind maybe picking up some new cleats. I could actually get some old cleats on it, but I don't really want to. I don't want to put old cleats on. But this is a shoe that I've got, and as I say, it's an iconic shoe. You know, I don't think it's the most expensive shoe anymore. I think there's a custom printed carbon shoe that I think is like, it's something crazy like £1,400 or something. I mean, these are like recommended retail price is £900 for these shoes, which is just absolutely ridiculous. But they're super, super stiff. I mean, it's just a carbon shell basically. And they fit absolutely perfect. And it was the only ones they had left. All the carbon colour, which is basically where the yellow is, it's carbon. And then this Mavic logo is actually, it's almost like a kind of reflective material. Similar to the overshoes. That's in a kind of reflective Mavic kind of logo. But I must admit, I quite like yellow as a colour, and I think as a shoe they're really quite, I mean, they're quite distinctive. But the finish is just, they just feel, I don't know what it is. It's like, you know, excuse me, the finish in the other shoe was, don't get me wrong, I liked it. I liked that kind of satin raw finish on the other shoe. But these are just, oh, there's just something, it's just the feel. I could sit all day and just kind of, I don't know, I could just sit all day and just feel them. So that is it. That is my warranty replacement. Finally have got the shoe in my hand and it's ready to go. I need to get this, I need to get the cleats on it and get it set up. But that is it. That is the Mavic Comete Ultimates, the original Comete Ultimates. I think these are actually quite a rare shoe now. I mean, to really search for this shoe online, there's actually not a lot about it. You know, it's quite a rare shoe. You know, I mean, could I really make money from this shoe? I don't know, possibly. But I'd rather wear it. I think it just looks amazing. But that is it. So that's going to conclude the the shoe saga that I had. As I say, I wouldn't say it dragged on a little bit. It took a little bit of time to get sort of going. But yeah, finally got the shoes and got this nice carry box. And that is it. Done and dusted, as I say. As I said, Mavic through the whole of this were just a fantastic company. Absolutely on point with really the correspondence. I couldn't fault them, and to get it resolved through other means, I think was a job well done. And I think, like, Mavic themselves, this is their colour, this kind of Tour de France yellow. You know, when you see the cars in the Tour de France with the, you know, the yellow car with the Mavic logo. It's very reminiscent of that. And it also gives me a little bit of a different colourway on the bike. As I say, I've actually had them on, and they just, I feel they actually fit better than the second generation. Whether that's true, I don't know. As I said, I don't think there's any real difference in the size, but anyway, that's going to do it for this. So once again, I do appreciate you watching. And I'm not going to, when I go out my vlog, my videos, I'm not going to be saying Mavic shoes are not resolved, because that is done and dusted. That is it. I have my shoe. I have my warranty replacements, and I'm very, very happy. So, yep. Good outcome. Anyway, folks, see you later. Bye.